everyone, and welcome to the show. I hope you enjoyed my Soul to Soul last week with Sartaaj, and this week you get to see Sartaaj Part 2. Now, a few days ago, I was up in Thetford in Norfolk taking part in the Thetford and Punjab Festival, which was held in memory of Maharaja Dalip Singh, the last Maharaja of Punjab. Now, Satinderji played the Maharaja in the film The Black Prince, and I had the pleasure of his company in front of a live audience. So tonight's show is what we filmed that evening. I hope you will enjoy our Soul to Soul. My pleasure is in introducing to you someone who is a poet, a writer, a singer, a lyricist, an academic. Academics are close to my own heart. Someone who we can call Shan-e-Punjab. Shan-e-Punjab, the pride of Punjab. He's one young person doing us all proud wherever we're spread all over the world. He's a character that has become live for so many people through his recent works, where the link has been to this place, to Thetford, where a personality from the subcontinent resided for a number of years, not so well known during his lifetime, but is perhaps now getting the recognition perhaps he deserved all along. So, without much ado, let me introduce you to the person that you've all been waiting for, Dr. Sartaaj. Meeting Satinderji. What do I call you? Satinderji? Sartaaj?
Whatever easy for you.
Because you see, I feel really awestruck because when one is in the presence of greatness, one really feels it, and I feel it. He is so much junior to me, but I feel like, it's a great personality. एक एहो जी शख्सियत मेरे नाल इस वक्त साढ़े सारे नाल रूबरू हो रहे हैं कि असी अपने आप को बहुत कम समझते हैं थोड़े नाल हुण मेरी अखां च पानी लगा हुआ देखो. It's terrible. This is how I'm feeling about it. But we had the pleasure to meet earlier, so I'm going to make our chat this evening varied because I'm concerned that जिन्नियां दे नाल थोड़ी इंटरव्यू हुंदी है ओही questions थानू आंसर करने मिलदे हैं. With the same questions being fired over and over again, I'm sure for the artist it becomes really quite dull. So I want to vary it. But with Sartaaj, I felt that we have here somebody really who is a diamond in his own right. And diamonds have many facets. So I mentioned some of the facets that you have. किन्ने faces हुंदे diamond दे हीरे नूं जदों असीं कटदे ਉਹ ਚਿਲਕਦਾ ਕਦੇ ਇਸ ਪਾਸਿਓਂ ਕਦੇ ਇਸ ਪਾਸਿਓਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਕੈਡੈਮਿਕ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਵੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗਾਉਂਦੇ ਵੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੱਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫੈਸਟ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਫੈਕਟਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ ਦਲੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੋਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਇਆ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ ਦਲੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ. So for the English-speaking audience, what I was just saying is that as people of Indian origin growing up in this country, we weren't taught much about Maharaja Dalip Singh at all. He doesn't figure much in history. Actually, Punjab doesn't figure much. India, we know of as the jewel in the crown. We've heard about the Kochhar diamond, but other than that, it doesn't figure very much in history lessons of old. So certainly Maharaja Dalip Singh is a lesser known character. But Sartaaj, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ play ਕੀਤਾ Black Prince film ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ शेरे पंजाब उन्होंने दी कितनी स्टैंडिंग है दलीप सिंह बारे कितनी जानकारी आपको हैगी अपनी?
Okay, first of all, Sartaaj Sasika, and thank you very much for getting me here in this sacred place, and I'm very honored to be here, and your presence is what you say, jewel in the crown, and the lovely audience from Britain, especially with Tamil Punjabi. About Maharaja, the very first time I asked one of my friend in Delhi, like there's a film about to made, and they're asking me to play the lead of the Maharaja. And he said, Devlov, controversial figure. And they said, oh, you have to rethink actually, because it's very controversial figure for us. Because he converted into Christianity, he did nothing for his nation or people or language or religion as well. And I said, okay, because that was the first impression about the Maharaja from my own friends. So then I decided to be involved in the research behind the Black Prince. I spent my 5 golden years for this film. We started in 2012 and it released in 2017, July of 21st. So all the places on this earth Maharaja used to live or die or whatever, I try to see that. I try to feel that feeling of Maharaja, what he dealt with. So the major thing I came to know is he was a warrior, definitely, but we Sikhs never consider him as a hero because he never died with a bullet or sword in the battlefield. So I wish if he could, so we might have his pictures in every gurdwara or every town or place. But these days, before 1 year, as the Black Prince released, people were saying these kind of things, okay, controversial figure and this and that. So after the film released, when they have watched the film, and they cried at the end, even the British people, I am so honored they are here. Even the mayors were there in the very first premiere of the Black Prince here in this particular city. And I just told you in noon that there were only 5 brown people in that hall, and the rest of all was filled with white people. And everybody was just like this. Okay, what's going on? What's happening? And at the end, when I was on the door to thank everybody that, oh, thank you for your valuable time and comments and whatever. And they said, oh, he did very much wrong to the Maharaja. I'm very much sorry. A few of the ladies were crying. And that was the most overwhelming moment for me, especially, about the Black Prince. So, after the Black Prince, every Sikh or Punjabi or Indian on this globe residing now, they consider him as a good figure.
Just to go back to the controversy surrounding him, why do you think that controversy was? Was it because he became a Christian, because he married out? Do you think that's why he...
No, the major controversy about him, because people of this generation know about Maharaja only like he was womanizer, he was just hunter, he just lived a lavish life in Buckingham Palace and a wedding estate. He owned 22,496 acres estate. That is owned by Lord Giddies. Now I am so blessed, like this, today is the most precious day of my life because of my friend Mr. Peter Vance and Indy and all that. I just visited the inside house of the Maharaja, what he built in my 1860s, if I'm right, yeah. So that was like so much to absorb, so much to digest. I was just shocked and in a dream, oh my God, because my obsession is, as I told you, like the heritage buildings and all historical things. And I was just so amazed. I'm slightly breathing, and in 15 minutes I will be calm. So, yeah.
So how did you feel the Maharaja there?
Obviously. The very first day I landed here in England, it's 2nd of October 2010. And after 3 or 4 days I visited this grave. And I felt something so strongly. And I bought something from here and I went back to India 22nd of October. After 5 days I have penned a song that is the backbone of the Black Prince. It's called Darda Wala Desh, so the Punjabi people can understand and they might hear it.
Yeah. Well, 5 years of research for a character that you played, you really must have absorbed the spirit of the Maharaja in that time. And actually, in that wonderful, iconic oil painting by Franz Xavier Winterhalter,
Yes.
you actually resemble him with the way you stand and your appearance. So you must have felt something of the spirit of Philippe Singh in you. So with that feeling, when you were in character, did you feel that he was a hero in some way?
The very first day we started the research, I wasn't, honestly, because I was nourished what my inner circle was saying. But after some readings, after some visits of Thetford or Victor's house or this museum or the Holland Park house where Queen Maharani Jinkaur used to live on a rental house. And I went to that hotel in Paris where the Maharaja died. After that, I felt something so strong, as I told you.
Yes.
Like, somehow, by nature, if I get some resemblance with my face or figure or eyes or skin tone with the Maharaja, I think I had some similarities inside too with the Maharaja. When I read about it, because when I went to the acting school in Mumbai, my teacher said, like, the character you're going to portray, you have to make a bone structure of it. Bone structure means that you have to study every single thing about him or her, what you are going to portray. Like where he born, what he studies, what is his friend circle, what is his financial situation, what is his social situation, what is his psychological aspects towards work. So every minute details you have to write down and make a sketch of a person. Then you have to start living of that character. Then your every blink, your every finger moving will be accordingly. Yes. So if you see in the film, if you know I'm speaking less in the half of the film, sometimes I fought with the director, like there's no dialogue, I'm the lead actor and I'm just looking at the windows and people are talking to me, I'm just listening. Queen Victoria is giving speeches to me and I am not replying anything. So he said, don't worry, you're the lead character, you will revolve this life. So after that, after 1 or 2 fights, I become a very obedient actor to my director. So
this was your debut, you've never done acting before.
Not at all. I wasn't allowed to see the monitor, what I'm doing, because there was a coach of dialect and acting. Her name was Dee Cannon, she is British too. And she wrote a beautiful, wonderful book on acting, and the foreword of that book was written by Pierce Brosnan, the 007 James Bond. I was surrounded with the huge people. So then I listened to them very brilliantly, as I said. And they said, if you see the monitor, what you are doing, because you are a newcomer, you are a new actor, it will affect your psychology and you cannot be in the character after that. I said, okay. But one day I still remember, it was Eastnor Castle we were shooting. It was 5th day of the shoot. And if you watch the film, then I'm entering in the window and looking on my kids and wife, they are playing. It was a mid-shot and I have seen, that on the monitor somehow in a tricky way. And the director and the coach didn't see me to watch that. After the video, if you are from the film background, there are 3 shots. One is master, where we both are in here. One is POV, when the camera is looking from your point of view to me, then from my point of view to you.
Right.
That's a mid shot. And then there's a close-up, where your blinks and size and everything is noticing on the big screen. After that mid shot, they're getting the close-up.
Yes.
And in between, I just watched that monitor. And then I'm going to do the same thing.
Right.
And I just felt strongly like I'm not in the character. I'm thinking, oh, there was a hair here. You know, my eyes weren't looking nice. My beard is not okay. This, that. You know? So it affects me hugely.
Yeah.
So after that, I never have seen the monitor, you know, during the entire show. So, acting is a different kind of art. You are a poet, composer, singer, whatever, but you are Sartaaj. But in that film, in front of the camera, you are not Sartaaj at all. You have to portray something else who you are not basically. So those moments should be acknowledged. So this is how
I recall coming out of the cinema feeling rather deflated, to be honest, because, you know, as I said earlier, we've heard about Maharaja Manjit Singh, larger-than-life character, powerful king. Punjab was united. This is before partition days. It was one whole large state, a significant state. So, Dilip Singh, I went into the cinema thinking I was going to get a little bit of a reflection of that greatness. And I came out thinking, you know, he was awfully quiet. And he wasn't noisy and, you know, I'm going to do this sort of person. And then, on reflection, I thought about the music, I thought about the character, I thought about the circumstances, this child having been brought away at such a young age. I thought, what was I expecting? And, you know, it filled me with such sadness. And I thought, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਗੰਭੀਰਤਾ ਸੀਗੀ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਲਿਖੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਉਹ ਪੋਰਟਰੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਇੱਕਦਮ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ, you know, immediately one felt empathy with this character who had been dragged away. A child of that age, how needs his mother.
Actually, that was the most toughest thing to portray on screen for a non-actor or a newcomer.
And that's exactly what you did to perfection.
Thank you very much. I'm so overwhelmed. But you know the dilemma of his inner self, because somehow he thinks he is a Sikh. But Queen Victoria is daily forcing, no, you are a Christian. And Dr. John Logan, when he said, he, you know, entered in his vocabulary and he said, no, you are a Christian son. And he said, okay. Then Queen Maharani Jinkaur entered and she's forcing him like, she was reminding him everything about Lahore Darbar, what happened there, Sher Singh, Khadg Singh, Nonhal Singh, Dogras, everything. And he was just so confused.
Yes.
And you know, to be confused in real life, it's okay. But you are not. You are an actor.
Yes.
You have to portray. You are actually confused with those things, but you are very subtle because you are a royal. So, I was doing nothing on the camera and I was so afraid like what's this gonna be on the screen. If people gonna say in Punjabi, you know, in our Bollywood industry, it's very loud, it's very colorful, it's very musical. You know, everybody is just doing this. Yay, yay, this. Everybody has its own style. But in that film, I was very much subtle, so much underplaying, like so dark, so slow. So I was so afraid, like how people gonna absorb this and all that. So, but it went well. Slowly, my character from submissiveness going to warriorship.
Yes.
And he was outrageous in the end.
And once he learned about his identity from what those little drops that his mother was feeding him. But that pathos, that sadness, you know, in the music, I want to turn now to your musical side. So combining the Sartaaj of Sangeet to the Sartaaj of the silver screen. The music, I thought, you know, with full orchestration, it was big music. And it was music that really, you know, I've got a mic there, so I can't go like that. It really gets you there, in the chest. And you helped compose some of the music, and you wrote the lyrics for that.
For songs, so, I wrote the lyrics, I composed them, I sang for the film, and
and you were telling me that almost the title song for the film, you wrote that long before the film.
Yeah, actually, 2 years.
And
it was so accurately and 100% befitting for the story of the Maharaja.
Yes.
From stanzas to stanzas, we were putting in the Punjabi version, because in that editing I sat by myself in Mumbai, because we dubbed that film in Punjabi and Hindi in Mumbai, but the film basically made in English, and so we weren't allowed that much music in the behind, because it was in Punjabi language, and for the entire globe who was not understanding Punjabi, they said it would make sense slightly, but not that much as you were saying. So, but in Punjabi version there are some more stanzas and songs, but in English there is only 1 or 2 songs. Shabad and Dada Des. But when the film went through the final editing in Toronto, and the guy who edited, he was an Oscar-worthy person, and his name is Rajan, and he don't understand Punjabi, but he felt the sound and the music so lovely in his soul and heart, and he said, this should be in the film, definitely. Then I said, oh my God, thank you very much.
And this, what you just said about feeling the song, and you mentioned Mitra Pyare. I remember first hearing that shabd as a child. Went to see, we didn't get to go to the cinema much in those days, because we came to England to work and study hard. So we actually, parents only allowed us to go to see this one film, Nanak Naam Jahan's Hai. I'm sure many of the people in the audience remember that film. And in that film was the same song, Mitra Pyare. And another song in there was Dil Hai Shivabar Mohi. And listening to that, I couldn't understand much of the language as a child then, but I found that moving. It's a very bellicose song, Dil Hai Shivabar Mohi. And they've used it in a very militaristic scene. And as a child of about 10, 12, I remember going away thinking, actually, I can do whatever I choose to do in life. I don't have to leave school at 16 and get married. I can study and I can be something. It fills you. The music filled me with that courage. So how does music do that? How does it do that? How is it possible?
I don't know. The Almighty, I think, has given us that sense of purity, or what I should say. जिवें पंजाबी च कहां कि सानू रब ने कुछ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਲਾਹੀ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਿਆਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ goosebumps ਜਦੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, you just felt okay, there's something happening. So when I sang the very first time,
and each and every word, and this is where Sartaaj as the academic comes in. Each and every word that you write doesn't have one meaning.
Oh, thank you.
It has many meanings. So tell
I'm
us.
just a reflection, I'm just a mirror, you are just looking at yourself in the mirror. It's your own soul beauty that you are finding. Soul to soul.
Soul to soul, we are indeed. Yeah, but I often think your music can be heard at so many different levels. Because again, it was the beat, the regular beat of it, which I
sorry to interrupt you. That's my wish, I may say. Like, I want my music or poetry could be go to Japanese people, to Spanish, to Germans, to Italians, to Americans, to British obviously. So that's why I translated my poetry every time we released any album. Even recently we released many songs and we put the translation underneath for the videos as well. So the people who do not understand my language, because language shouldn't be the barrier. People said like music has no language. It's okay for the instrumental music. But the country and the region we are from, ਉੱਥੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨਤਾ ਹੈ ਸ਼ਬਦ is language, so language has a huge deal with the music. I gave a speech on TED Talk. It came to India and Chandigarh, and they have chosen me to say something as a talk, TED talker, and my topic was the impact of music in your daily life. And then I said poetry turns the music into song. Poetry ਸੰਗੀਤ ਦਾ ਗੀਤ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦਰਦਾਂ ਵਾਲਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੋ if I'm just doing a laugh it can affect you but when we'll sing ਬੀਤ ਜਾਣੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਰੁੱਤਾਂ ਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਜੇ ਨਾ ਮਾਣੀਆਂ चले जावांगे न मुड़ आवांगे वारी वारी दर पावे खोलदार में हाय कल्ले हो गए वे चले हो गए जिंदगी दरोग ताया वल्ले हो गए होया हरानिया वे दिल जान रुक जाना है साने मुक जाना है फिर पिछों मिट्टियां फरोलदार में बीत जानिया फिर तहानिया जे ना मानिया टोलदार में चले जावांगे न मुड़ आवांगे वारी वारी दर पावे
Absolutely. Was it a happy song or a sad song? Was there sadness portrayed in that? Or was it a happy song? Sadness. I've got an interesting question for you.
Okay. Suddenly.
Birha versus love. Suddenly, I ask a lot of questions. Birha versus love.
Okay.
Which is greater? क्यों appeal करदा सानू sadness इन्ना?
ਹੁਣ ਉਦਾਸੀ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸਕੂਨ
He's going to tell it as a poet because that's what he does.
Because if I'm going to start in Punjabi, that's purposely I'm not. Then I'm speaking only in the poetry. So, but if you allow me, yes, I can because majority of the people can understand Punjabi too as well. Is that okay? But the honorable guest Will not definitely. So I'm trying to just manage in both languages. But the question I have to answer in the language of my native land is कि हुन उदासी जो भी मिल जाता सुकून इश्किया परेशानियां भी खूब ने